$30 tier that doesn't exist.
Oh my god. All right.
If we get enough people to have in all the tiers, we'll definitely make a $30 tier with just ASMR. Also, maybe Cailin will show her feet.
What? No! Dara, no!
I don't even get that fetish in general.
All right, and we are back to talk about Baccano, episode 12. Firo and the three Gandor brothers are felled by assassins. Bullets, Dara. How are we feeling?
Good, let's go.
Let's go. We're gonna jump right into the synopsis. Like, we're not even gonna talk. We're just gonna go for it. So we're gonna start in 1932, kind of right after the events of the Flying Pussyfoot. We're with the Daily Days. We're talking to Rachel, Spider-Gwen. We love her.
Oh, I don't care about the Daily Days.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like for you to tell me about what happened to your leg.
Wait, when did the train crash?
31.
But they said 1932 in the thing.
Yeah, I think it's the end of 1931.
So, but didn't she just go straight there after the train crash?
Maybe she took a week off.
What the?
Oh, what happened?
Nice.
Oh, hey.
And she's kind of talking about some of her experiences on the Flying Pussyfoot, because she was the informant on there, which is how the Daily Days learns about all the things that happened on the Flying Pussyfoot. And we haven't actually figured out how she injured her leg. Her leg's in a cast.
I mean, I assumed she was in the crash. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but how exactly did she injure her leg?
Wow.
So we're going to go to 1931, of course, aboard the Flying Pussyfoot, because that's what we're talking about. And we're going to go to the room or the compartment where the senator's wife and daughter, Natalie and Mary Barium, also known as Kiki, are sitting in. There's a Lemure guard kind of guarding them. And Rachel, our good pal Spider-Gwen, just freaking jumps through the window, breaks the glass.
That doesn't hurt her leg.
That's not the thing that hurts her leg, though. And she kind of kicks the Lemure in the face, kind of gets him away, and gets the senator's wife and daughter to follow her, because she saves them.
Are you injured? If not, we've got to go now.
I don't see how that action was warranted in your role as information broker for this company.
I know it's not. My first intention was just to stay out of sight as long as I could and simply wait until the storm had passed over. But I couldn't just do nothing while those black suits, white suits, and red monster did as they pleased.
Good for you.
Good on you, Rachel.
Is this smart?
You have to go past.
So that's not really a thing that you're supposed to do as a journalist. You're supposed to be a unbiased observer, to watch things from afar.
Yeah, but
she
like,
wouldn't have really gotten involved. But she kind of felt it was the right thing to do.
Right.
Was get involved. Because there's so many crazy things happening. What else is she gonna do?
Right.
So, because there's a lot of people who are killing people, and if you could prevent one of those, it might be good. So Rachel also helps, first she gets Mary and Natalie onto the roof of the train and tells them if they get to second class, they should be good there. They want to get past the dining car because there's a lot of going on in the dining car. And they kind of go, and looks like things are going to turn out well for them. And then she also goes to where the other black suit hostages are, of which, of course, is our good buddies, Niece, Holly Stone, and Nick, who are being held hostage. And she gets them to escape as well.
Jacuzzi, save them!
Modesty. What?
I rescued them, too.
Nice.
How can we thank you, lady?
Just try not to get caught again, okay?
Hey, what the hell?
Too late? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Nice. Which is very nice. So the president kind of asked Rachel, why did she take that turn? And she says that she didn't want to see any more bloodshed, because and especially not on the railroads, because she loves those so much. I think, what was it, her father or grandfather was a
Conductor?
It was a railroad engineer.
Oh, okay.
But she still rides for free, but that's her own thing.
That's her own. Let her do her thing.
The president says don't judge. So there's still one more thing that she hasn't explained, which she has a rope burn on her hand. So we have to figure out what that's all about too. And then we drop the title card. So, elsewhere on the flying pussyfoot, things are happening.
Yes.
A lot of things are happening.
Yes.
We see bombs are going off.
You two get out here! Nice and slow!
Ha ha.
Yeah.
These poor rich people.
That came from first class.
That's Nice. Ian, you two take over here. Donnie, it's time for us to go to the baggage car and find that package.
You gonna go alone, Jacuzzi?
Yeah, I promised her. I told her I'd come back.
Aw.
Nice could die there.
Because that's Jacuzzi's gang for you right there.
Well, that's Nice too.
Nice loves exploding.
Did
things.
somebody say boom?
That's Nice for you. So they hear booms. We don't see Nice yet, but Jacuzzi knows automatically when he hears boom. It's like, that's my love. I hear boom. That's my girlfriend.
Who I just kissed after 10 years.
After 10 years of dating, I love him.
Also,
so
like, how
much.
old are they? They're dating for 10 years.
They, it's like mentioned later. They've known each other since they were like real small.
I guess it kind of makes sense that they were dating when they were like kids.
I know, it's so cute though. They're so cute. So Jacuzzi is taking charge because he kind of hands things over to Donnie and his other gang members who are in the dining car, and Jacuzzi's going to go alone and look for the smuggled cargo that's their job, is they're looking for the bombs and stuff that were smuggled aboard.
Yeah.
And the explosives. So he's going to go look for that. He's going to do it alone. And he's being very brave. He's not crying. He's scared as hell.
But he's not going to cry.
He's being very brave. He's so
But
cute.
aren't you afraid?
Terrified. I'm so scared that my legs are about to start shaking. But my mind's made up and I'm not gonna cry now. I don't care if it kills me, I'm ready for it.
Aww.
I love him.
Love him.
And we love and respect him for that. So good for you, Jacuzzi.
You did it.
That's the reckless valor we heard about so many episodes ago. But going back to 1930, of course, there's some shit going on at the party. Last thing we saw was Dallas showed up. So hey, Dallas.
Hi, Dallas.
Goddamn Dallas. So Dallas kind of says that they've turned on Sillard because they don't really care. They got these immortal bodies now, so they can do whatever the hell they want. And they said that they kind of lost his crate anyway, so like it's whatever, it's fine.
We decided we wasn't working for that geezer anymore. We lost the box he asked us to get, but since now it seems no one can lay a scratch on us, we thought it'd be a waste not to pay back everyone we owe. It's amazing the freedom you have when you aren't afraid of anything. Do you have any last words you'd like to say there, tough guy?
Dallas, what I'd like to hear is how you boys got those very familiar guns, tough guy.
Hey.
But before they can kill Firo and Ennis, because like Dallas has a bone to pick with Firo.
Yeah.
The Gandalf show up and hold the Dallas's gang at gunpoint. So, which is kind of cool. It's kind of fun because like, and you know, Dallas has been causing a lot of trouble and everything. So like, they're not real happy with Dallas. And then, but he tries Dallas tries to blame the murders that happened at the Cragioso on Firo, being like, I saw he got some guns, and then he went, and then there was gunshots, and obviously he did it. And Luck is like, Christian Bale is like, yo, Firo's my best good buddy. Like, we go back, and he was with me the whole time. Like, shut the hell up.
It just didn't seem too kosher, so we decided we should keep an eye on him in case he did anything funny. That's when we saw him pick up a couple of his little friends and then go inside one of your hideouts. We were gonna follow him in, but then we heard all this gunfire inside.
Christian Bale's smarter than this, all right?
Yeah. Firo has been with us the entire time.
Ha
Nobody told you that the Gandor family and Martillo family are on friendly terms. Firo's been close to us since he was a child.
Aw, they're buddies.
What's strange is that you somehow know one of our places has been attacked.
He's way cooler about it, though. He's like, hey, we're buddies. Because and that's kind of where we find out that the Gandor family and the Martillo family, or the Gandalfs and the Mozzarellas, have been cool the whole time.
Yeah.
They're on very good terms. So they know that it was Dallas who and his crew that shot up the Gandalf's place. And then they decide to avenge their deaths, and they shoot and kill Dallas and Co.
Yep.
So that's fine. That they should they're taking a nice long nap. Nice long nap.
Don't you?
Well, yeah.
Now the others can rest in peace.
Hey, thanks, pal.
No, but they're immortal, so
Everyone
like,
downstairs
you
is
get screwed.
safe. What happened here, Firo?
I'll explain later. I have to go help Misa.
Hey, what do you think we should do about these stiffs here? I mean, we can't just leave them.
And this is like, guys.
Right?
Tie them up. These men are immortal. We should tie them up at once.
So
And they try to figure out what they're gonna do with the bodies.
yeah, they're trying to figure out what they can do with the bodies, and it says like you got to tie them up. You have to tie them up. But before they can do that, they realize that they're immortal, and they come back to life.
Yeah.
And Dallas has like a very creepy Joker-y smile there. He's like,
Holy mother of God!
So meanwhile, of course, we're back. We're doing this last episode, but we're back doing it again. Misa and Sillard are having a fun time. Nope, don't.
To whom did you give it? I only have to
No, don't kill
devour you to
Misa.
know. You can't run.
Who was that?
This world is
Was it
completely
Isaac and
mine.
Mira?
That'd be
As
funny.
if it came
Fighting over the secret formula. Of course, the secret formula is not there because we realized the bottles were missing. But they're kind of fighting. Yeah, because like Sillard could just like he's trying to eat this dude.
Yeah.
I think because he wants that knowledge of that secret formula. But that's fine. It's gonna be fine, guys. Right?
It'll be fine.
It's gonna be fine. I think Misa starts going after Sillard, and Sillard goes out into the street, and then is hit by a car.
Yes.
So
it's fine.
It's good for him. You know what? Sometimes we need those impactful moments in our lives. Flying Pussyfoot. So we're back on the roof of the Flying Pussyfoot with Claire, Lad, and Shawnee, and we kind of start hearing about Claire's belief systems. So Claire's whole thing is that he is a solipsist, which is, he kind of explains that in a very kind of poetic way, but it basically means it's the belief that the only known thing to exist about the universe is yourself, almost.
Okay.
So the only thing that you can guarantee is that your own existence. So you're kind of like the central point for like the entire universe. Not necessarily like I am the creator of the universe, but the universe can only exist because I am here. If I am not here, then there's no guarantee that the universe or the world as we know it can exist, because the only thing that I know for certainty is that my own consciousness is...
Is that kind of selfish?
It's solipsism.
I am the absolute center of this world. Its creator. I have no idea what will happen to it. If I
Solipsist.
die. I guess I don't have a good imagination. I've tried, but I can't imagine what it would be like if I were gone. What I'm saying is, it's impossible for this world to disappear completely.
Why?
If I die, everyone else but me would simply vanish.
She's a solipsist.
I would be all who remains in this world
What?
once I'm gone.
I'll explain it later. I'm not sure if it's solipsism or solipsism. I usually say solipsism.
But it seems kind of like weird that like the universe can't exist unless you're around.
Well, I mean, think about it. How many other people's lives have you actually ever experienced? Just yourself.
I guess, unless you don't
So-
believe in reincarnation.
Right. And so, like, you know, the only thing that you know, the only thing that's a guarantee to you is that you wake up every day and you experience yourself. So you don't know what's going to happen. You don't have that knowledge. So you don't know what goes on. You have an idea of what goes on when you're not around, but like, as far as you know, like, you can only experience the world from yourself. And some people go as far as to be like, well, then that can be the only knowable actual thing about the universe, is that it exists only because we can perceive it or we perceive it from our own perspective. So it's a very interesting concept. So yeah, that's basically, so it kind of evolves in Claire's mind as that, like, he can't die, because if he dies, then that is the end of the universe, because that's the only thing that he knows. The only thing that he can understand is the self.
Okay, I guess.
So
Sure.
yes, it's very interesting. So that's probably maybe a little lost on Lad and Shanae, but you know they listen. So we figure out that this has happened after Claire did all those fucked up things to Dodger.
Yep.
Because he left Dodger tied to the bottom of the train.
Yeah.
Which is great. Thanks, Claire.
Why the world is mine.
Is he okay?
It's all inside my head.
Debatable?
He's alright.
Could this be my punishment? For all I've done till now? For having devoured him?
Who did you devour?
I think we'll find out right now.
Okay.
This is horrible. This is awful. There's so much.
Who are you?
Child violence.
Who?
He was on the Davis.
Okay.
So he has everything kind of tied up except one of his arms. And Ches has a moment where he's trying to figure out how did he get here? Why is this happening to him? Is this punishment for the things that he had done in his past?
But like, to be fair.
Yes. So we kind of get a little flashback into things. So if you remember from episode 7 on the Advena Avis, Ches was with a guy. I'm trying to figure out if it's it says guardian here. I'm trying to figure out if they're related or not. So yeah, it's just listed as Ches's guardian. So we don't know if I don't know the exact. I don't think he's blood related.
Okay.
But anyway, he was a dude.
Yes, and like was abusing.
And was I guess trying to experiment with the all of the possibilities of immortality, by not doing them to himself, but by performing them upon a small child.
Right.
Who was at most at this point probably a small child still.
Yeah.
Or
maybe like, I don't know, maybe a couple decades old.
Right. But still pretty in the early days. So it's horrifying. We get to see some stuff. We get to see some child abuse again, more child dismemberment. It's great.
No, he is immortal. No, you would have a right to devour him.
Yeah.
Ferme, after all the suffering you put me through. Ferme, why? Do you enjoy doing this to me?
You think I enjoy this?
Looks like you do.
A little bit.
Ches, at some point, was able to consume him.
He slurped him?
He did slurp him.
And he thinks that he's being punished for that. I'm like, ah!
Well, because, and it's really interesting because Ches asks him, his name is Ferme. He asks Ferme if, you know, like, why are you doing this? Is it because you hate me? Like why are you doing all these terrible things? And he's just like, do you enjoy this? And he's like, no, I don't enjoy it. And then he's able to slurp him. And then he realizes that, in fact, Ferme only, you know, he did enjoy it.
No, Ches, no.
Nice. Good for you.
It's what he deserves.
Yes.
To amuse himself. The only affection he had was for my pain.
Oh,
I'll never trust anyone again.
Poor guy. He's been through it.
He's had a rough 200 years.
Yeah. That's the only thing he liked. He wasn't doing it for any experimental reasons. He just enjoyed inflicting pain upon him.
So fuck him.
So Ches is a little fucked up by that.
A little bit.
Like, and Ches says that, like, he will never trust anybody. He will never trust another immortal. Because I think that's why he's convinced that they're all out to get him. And he will never trust another immortal ever, period. But here's the thing. You know those immortals that were on the Flying Pussyfoot?
Uh-huh.
They're actually really nice.
Yeah. They're kind of they're probably the best characters on the show.
Yeah. So, totally, completely unrelated. Isaac and Miria are here.
Hooray!
And Miria actually sees Ches.
Like, they're the characters who really aren't involved in anything, but then they get involved in everything.
They are so much catalysts for a lot of things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, they're catalysts for so many important things that happen. And they have a whole episode basically being like, yeah, this is why this happens, and this is why this happens. So, like, Isaac and Miria are weirdly, they're main characters, but not the main characters, but they're a lot of, like, the force of what just, like, pushes everything in this show, which is so much fun. But they do see Ches, and they want to help little Ches.
Hey, Isaac!
Yeah? Disappear.
Baccano.
No one. Never.
Chaz!
I'll devour my friends before they devour me.
Oh, but they care about you because they're sweeties.
Yeah, like, why is he under the train? They got to help him out first. So Isaac goes out to try to retrieve Ches, and he kind of Ches. So I know as Isaac's going down, I think he cuts himself.
Yeah,
and so the blood kind of splatters. It gets a little bit on Ches, and then
it gets back.
It goes back, and then Ches realizes, oh my god, that's the immortal.
Right.
Hang on, partner, I'm almost there.
Aww. Bless him. I already knew that, but I'm so happy. Yay!
Here, grab my hand.
No, don't touch me!
Oh shit.
And we already knew that Isaac was immortal, and then by the way that we found out how he became immortal, we're assuming also Mira is an immortal as well.
Yeah.
And they did not know what they were doing.
Absolutely no idea what they're doing.
And they probably don't even realize that they're immortal yet.
They don't.
God bless them.
God bless them. So Ches, of course, freaks out because he thinks that, and Isaac reaches out to help him because he wants to help him. And he, he thinks that means that he's coming to consume him. And so he freaks out.
Right.
And so things get kind of all turned around. So they almost like fly off the train completely. But Miri's able to catch kind of get Isaac, and then Isaac and Miri embrace, and then they're kind of like hanging on to the car. And so it's not looking great for them right now.
No.
I mean, we have like 3 immortals who are just like hanging off the edge of the plane. Like, so they'll be okay, but like the drama of it all.
Yeah.
We kind of go back to the roof where we have Lad, Shani, and Claire.
Oops.
Lad doesn't really like Claire's whole diatribe thing. And Claire kind of talks about how he's trying to get vengeance for Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Tony taught him everything he knew. And Lad kind of realizes that Claire, of course, killed one of his guys, and starts punching him. And so it's, they start fighting again.
Your people killed my mentor, a conductor named Tony.
Not
So
Tony.
it's you killed Dune. Now I think I understand.
All I have to do is think something.
Bastard!
And it becomes true. Now I could just use this pistol.
Hey, remember
to
how
finish you
Lad
off.
didn't have an arm?
But where's the sport in
Is that gonna happen soon?
Someone.
But of course, Claire's very good at what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So, what he wants to, Claire says that he's gonna beat Lad. So I think he wants to kill him, but he kind of taunts him because he like shoots his ear, and he does it deliberately. Like, you could shoot and kill him if you wanted to. I think he's that powerful enough.
Yeah.
But, he wants to fuck with them a little bit. He says he wants Lad to die a broken man.
Like you is much more fun with my bare hands. Humiliated. I shot your ear on purpose. Embarrassing, yes? I want you to die a completely broken man. You'll be a sacrifice. For Tony. For my world, which has lost Tony.
Okay, almighty ruler of this world. Just tell me, how is it that you're planning to kill me, huh? Maybe I should just go ahead and show you that this world works different than you think it does.
Can you break him?
He's gonna try because he has a lady friend. How can we use that lady friend?
Who's just climbing up on the train, BT Dubs?
He's like, Lad.
Hey, you! Don't start getting cute with me! I'm the only one who gets to kill her, understand?
So now that I have the full picture, I know exactly what you're gonna do.
She's my dame to kill.
You're gonna throw yourself off this train without my help.
What's she doing?
What are you doing up here?
I agree. What is happening?
Lad, don't do it. Go away. And of course, then he's like, I fucking told you not get on the train, you idiot. But she doesn't care because she loves him. For I guess reason. It's bad. Don't do that. Don't
climb on trains.
Don't climb on trains. Don't declare your love for weird murderous folks. Unless it's me and my love for Claire Stanfield, then like that's fine. So, so what Claire really wants is to have Lad throw himself off the train,
right?
And that's how he's going to do it. So he's able. He swoops up Lua, and gets some rope and basically kind of lassos the rope onto like a passing whatever, and ties it to her. And then Lad, who is so determined to kill Lua by his own hand, is not going to let that stand.
Right.
Not sure he love her. I don't know. She is his lover, girlfriend and fiance. But I don't really know where the jury stands on that. But as Lua is, about to be thrown back, Lad gets her, and they are just like.
Around the neck?
Oh, you dirty rotten bastard!
I was supposed to kill her!
It's your choice. I thought you alone were gonna kill her, right?
Just flown. Right. Just flown from the train.
Throw Mama from the train?
Just thrown from the train. Back in, hanging out with some of the Jacuzzi's crew. Niece is having a good time with bombs.
Yeah! Yay!
Yes! My girl.
Is this how the train crashes? It's not Niece's fault.
Hey, boss.
Did somebody say boo?
Get the hell out of here.
No?
Yeah, we gotta go meet up with Jacuzzi, remember?
It makes me sad, but all things end.
Oh, like the exploding thing's ending.
Yeah.
Oh, come on! Yay!
She loves her bombs. She seems like a little bit turned on by the bombs.
Yeah.
But like you know what? We appreciate her. Yeah, Nick's trying to get her to go away from that because they need to do other things. They have to go reconnect with Jacuzzi. Oh, and so they get stopped by Goose. Goose is kind of pissed this episode.
A little bit.
All of his plans are kind of going to shit.
Right.
So he's got, he's not thrilled about these rapscallions.
Yeah.
These ne'er-do-wells fucking up his plans. But the good news is Jacuzzi's here to save the day.
Jacuzzi!
Jacuzzi's terrible aim. He's like a stormtrooper.
Interesting. It's like a test. A challenge to reach the same heights as Huey has reached.
Okay, buddy.
All the more
and he has Tommy gun. He shoots a bunch of things. Does not hit Goose at all. So he's like the worst aim ever.
Yeah.
Goose runs.
But A for effort.
Yeah. So Goose is able to kind of get away, but he's on the defense. And then Goose says some shit about Master Huey or whatever. Whatever. We don't care. Goose. We're gonna go back to 1930. And everyone we love is dead.
Yeah.
So Firo, the Gandalfs, Ennis have all been shot.
Yeah, they did.
By Dallas Genovia. And so.
Oh wait, isn't that the ending bit or that? Because isn't there like a bit with a car?
It's so we see a little bit of it before we get to that
okay.
Because it kind of goes back and forth. We kind of
but we know that like some of these people are in later bits of the show.
Yeah, so it can't be all bad. We see some of these people years later.
Right, but I'm also like, I don't know when they became immortal. So I'm a bit I'm confused mainly. I'm confused. What else is new? But as Dallas and crew kind of try to get away, there's a car.
What in the hell?
Hooray!
We were so lucky to find such a big car parked right out front of the club, don't you think so?
Yeah, we've never stolen such a big car, but this was a piece of cake, wasn't it, my dear?
It's perfect for this narrow road.
I'll bet we could stop a machine gun.
Can they make a spin-off show of just them?
Coming down?
Yeah.
It's not being driven great. It's like
well, it's a big car and like a narrow,
and it's like cobblestone, so it's all like and it looks like Sillard's car, but it's not being driven by Sillard. It's being driven by Isaac and Miriam.
Hooray!
So they're excited that they found such a large car to drive. It just happens to be a very narrow roadway. So they see Dallas's group, and they run him over. And then they try to run them over, and then they also hit Sillard.
Yeah.
And then they freaked out by this, so they try to go in reverse, and they end up hitting Dallas again. So they saved the day, guys.
Hooray! They always save the day.
They literally always save the day. So back in 1931 is all the stuff that I think I just talked about. I got a little ahead of myself there. It's all the stuff with Lad and Lua and all that. And of course, oh yeah, so part of like as Lad has like the rope in hand, it's like his fingers get like kind of jacked up, like super jacked up actually because of all the rope burn, because of how fast they're moving. Lad tries to say some like almost romantic stuff, but it's about killing her. So, you know, it's romantic in its own way,
I guess.
Just let this moment be what it is. I wish I could kill you right now and forever.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he kind of, as they're approaching like a water tower, and he kind of puts his hand out. So I wonder if that is how his arm gets jacked up.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Elsewhere on the train, Jacuzzi is doing his thing. Use himself as bait, and he wants Nice, Nick, and Donnie to go to the freight hold to finish their job. And Nice gives him her very last cherry bomb.
What about you?
I'm gonna draw them in.
Hold up. This is the very last cherry bomb I got.
In your eye?
Her eye. She keeps it in her eye.
Aww.
I love them.
You, I'll hold it tight and let it blow with love.
Don't be such a naughty boy.
They're cute.
They're so cute.
Which is in her eye socket.
Cool.
It's so romantic.
Cool.
And they're just really cute and silly together.
Yeah.
I love them. So Goose is still around, but can't quite get a hold of Jacuzzi, but orders his men after him. Oh, and then we get to I forgot about the roof of the train where Jacuzzi's got a gun and Goose has a flamethrower.
Like you do.
So there's like a flamethrower fight in there.
You got heart, kid, I'll give you that. Too bad you're not on my crew!
Meanwhile, everything's happening outside of the train. There's a lot of things occurring outside of the train in this episode.
Yeah.
Isaac and Miria, they're back, by the way, but just on the flying pussyfoot this time. And they're, of course, still kind of struggling because they're about to fly off the train.
Right.
We do, what they're holding on to starts to release. But then Rachel comes in to help out. Because Rachel is another one who's always coming in to save the day.
Yeah.
We respect you, Rachel. Spider-Gwen?
Spider-Gwen!
Yes! Love her. Nothing in here would have happened.
Could she pull that though?
Yeah, she's not that strong.
And her legs. A for effort. What is happening? So he's a good guy?
He said anything he wants to die.
That's fine.
But she can't really hold on. She as she was kind of escaping some of the black suits earlier, she got shot.
Yeah.
So her leg is injured. So that's how she, got her leg injured. And that's how she gets the rope burn, because she's trying to hold on.
Yeah.
So they, can't stay on for long. But somebody else is watching this going on. It just happens to be maybe somebody unlikely, maybe somebody very likely, but it's Claire Stanfield.
Hooray!
Decides that he doesn't want everyone to die. He is no Lad Russo. He doesn't want everyone to die. So if he sees somebody who shouldn't die, he'll go in and save them.
Because he's a good guy?
Because he's a guy with mixed morals.
Okay, that's fine.
Has a blue and orange morality, as TV tropes would call it.
Okay.
So, and Claire is able to grab the rope and save them temporarily as well. So, and of course, on the other side of the train, Jacuzzi and Goose are doing their thing.
Like you do?
And then, of course, get a little distracted. No, they don't get a little distracted yet. They're just doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In the dining car, the Lemurs are overtaken by Jacuzzi's gang, which is cool. So, and then Claire, who is very strong, holds on to rope, but he's not that strong. So he needs somebody a little stronger to hold this rope that has Isaac, Miri, and Ches on it. So he throws open one of the doors within the cargo hold.
Yeah.
And he finds a very large man, who's our boy, Donnie.
Yay!
We love Donnie.
Yay!
Are you the real Tracer?
Listen, I want you to pull on this rope as hard as you can.
You want me to what?
Except the kid, there are some fine passengers that are holding on to the other end.
Hang on, guys!
Aw, Donnie! We're friends!
Donnie guesses that Claire must be the real Tracer. Mm-hmm. Count on the blood. But Claire doesn't really care. So I like this part. He holds out the rope and instructs Donnie to pull on it as hard as he can, because, except for the kid, there are some fine passengers on the rope's other end.
Yeah.
So he's like, fuck the kid, but save those other guys. It's very funny.
It's like, okay.
And so Donnie does. And of course, and then they go flying in comical fashion, which kind of distracts the fight between Goose and Jacuzzi.
Hooray.
And the rope kind of sweeps under him, so Jacuzzi's able to jump over the rope, but it knocks Goose over. Then in 1930, where we last leave the episode, we're almost done, I promise. So Ennis wakes up first, because we know that she's made from the DNA of an
immortal. She's immortal.
So yeah, she has that degree of immortality, which is cool, which is swell. And so she's able to kind of bounce back. We don't know about those other guys yet, who have been perforated with bullets.
A lot of bullets.
A lot of bullets. So she kind of tries to go after, see what's going on. And the kind of scene, and Mize is trying to go after too, trying to follow Sillard. But Sillard, of course, has been hit by a car.
Like you do.
And then Isaac reverses and, of course, hits Dallas, which is great. And then, so Isaac and Miri see Ennis there, and they're like, "Yo, Ennis, what's up?
Hey!"
They're like, "Hey, don't do anything bad to us, okay?
Please."
Because Sillard kind of tries to command Ennis to do
something bad.
You don't
I don't want him to get slurped.
Ennis, you're just joking, right?
That's a homunculus that I have created. Nothing but a useless piece of garbage.
How dare you!
Capable of thinking or feeling on its own.
How?
But right now, you're worth even less than that
dare you?
Insect.
What's next on Baccano? See, now I kind of want to know.
And yeah, they don't really like that. And Sillard says some rude things. Kind of ends the episode with some rude things being said.
Yes.
That Ennis is a homunculus of its own creation. Garbage and capable of feeling or acting on its own.
Rude.
But as of this moment, he says Mize is even worth less than such an insect. So freaking rude, Sillard. But we know Ennis is capable and strong and beautiful. And she will maybe save the day, but we won't know until next time.
Right.
So that is that episode, Dara. What'd you think?
It makes me upset because I'm invested. I kind of want to know what happens next.
Good.
Great.
Good.
That's going to be the not the finale, but like the finale.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be the next time. It'll be good. It will be very fun and exciting. And this episode was a lot of fun and exciting. This episode goes really well with the last one.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's a lot of holdover from each episode. So that's why I'm like, is this in the last episode or this episode? Things I like in this episode, all the action. I like Ches learns that people can care. And we love it. And Isaac and Miri continue to save the day. Rachel continues to save the day. So I love these characters who are either in the background or kind of silly, always end up coming in and saving things. Yeah. Like Jacuzzi too. Jacuzzi steps up. So these characters who are set up to be like weird and funny end up just like saving the whole day. And the ones that are, the main character looking people, they do. But not as much as these guys.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I like about this show. It's like the cast of characters are all insane and wacky and a lot of fun. Any other thoughts, Dara, you want to share?
No, I think I'm good.
Cool.
I had fun today, unlike other days.
There's some trivia on this one.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly just like the little things that are different between subs and dubs and all that good stuff.
Oh.
So, unanswered questions. Where's Dallas?
Good question.
We still don't know.
I still kind of don't care. I mean, I'm curious, but I don't really care.
Yeah, and it's interesting. So yes, and then we have one more episode before this arc is done, and we get over to the OVAs. And so that's all I gotta say about that. We've been going for a while. I've had a good time doing it though. Just having a good time with my good buddies, watching some good stuff. But anyway, Dara, we have finished that episode. So you know what that means?
Comment corner.
It's time for comment corner. So we don't have a lot because we're recording these pretty far in advance. So our videos to pull from are actually pretty limited, which is kind of exciting for us. But we still will read comments on the show. So don't let that deter you because we're still going to read them.
Yeah.
It just might be a while until you hear them.
Right.
So let's talk about episode. We got a comment on episode 3 of our Baccano review, and this is from X-Info-Raider X, or did you just say Info-Raider? I don't know how you say your name, but it's actually a good explanation that kind of explains some things that we didn't know while watching the show. Some differences between things that are explained better in the novels versus what's explained in the show.
Yeah.
So they say something that is never explained in the anime is that Barnes did not make that batch of liquid. It was actually a chemist employed by him. All Barnes does is basically test the batches that the chemist makes, but this specific chemist died before this batch was tested. That is why Barnes was so desperate to get the bottles out. He doesn't know how to remake it. Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because that they should probably have explained that better. I think they said some comments that should have been implied, but that makes a lot of sense. That's why the secret formula is so rare.
Yeah.
All right. And then on our first Baccano episode, we have Blade 13 says, "This is one of the best anime I've ever watched, and I'm so glad you're experiencing it. Thanks for joining us for this journey. I'm having a great time. There's a little concern, but
a little bit.
It's fine." And then on Night Fight, Zom says, "Dara's a mutt blood like me, a genetic heritage from practically all of Europe."
That's fair.
So yes, good job, Dara.
I didn't do it.
Congrats on your genetics.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Great.
I think that is all the time that we have for today. Join us next time as we're going to finish off Baccano with episode 13. Both the immortals and those who aren't sing the praises of life equally.
Okay.
All right. So we will leave it at that. And stay tuned. We got a lot of fun things exciting for you coming up on Witty Close Productions. If you want to know what all that is, good news for you. There's a variety of ways you can find out all of that information.
Correct.
Of course, if you're watching on YouTube, hi, thanks for watching our faces. Don't forget to like, comment, unsubscribe, leave your comments. We read them on the show. And if you are listening, hello, you can access our podcast on iTunes and Spotify. Make sure you leave a rating and review on there. We'd love to hear from you. And then you can keep up with all the latest in Witty Close by going to facebook.com/WittyClose or Witty Close Productions on there. Tweet at us. We're on Twitter at Witty Close. And we're on Instagram now. We're Witty Close Productions on there. So find us on Insta.
Yeah.
And like our things maybe. Or give us a hashtag. That's how that works, right?
Yes.
Yup. Sure. And we're also on Patreon. Derry, if you want to talk about some Patreon stuff.
So we have 3 tiers right now. If you pay us $1 a month, I think it's a monthly fee that we do, because I keep forgetting to say it. So for $1 a month, you get access to our monthly live streams, which we just did. Well, for September, we did the Amazon version of Cinderella. God help us. I don't know, probably by the time we would have done October by this point, so we would have done a double feature of Halloween Town and Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge.
Yeah,
for Halloween. That
was a good time. I say we have not done it
It's
yet,
gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
Right. And so that'll be fun. And then I don't know what we're doing for November.
We will figure it out. But the good news is there's a lot of fun things going on there. So make sure that you follow us for Patreon.com/.
I said other stuff.
Okay, finish what you're saying.
Because that was $1 tier. For the $5 tier,
that's just $1.
You get the access to our spinoff show, First Reaction or Fan Reaction, where we watch shows that we both have seen for the first time, or something that we've never seen. I think hopefully at that point, either like WandaVision will be mostly out, or like still coming out, and then we'll announce our next show that we're doing.
Yes.
And then from there, and then at $10, which is still kind of a bit random, you can vote on topics that you want us to talk about in our live stream, or you can even like suggest a movie for us to watch.
Yeah.
We're gonna also start doing like watching shows together that probably don't fit this format. Like I'm gonna start off with showing Cailin the Great British Bake Off. Because it's not gonna fit.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
Yeah.
And we'll see where that goes from there, and we might have other tiers. If we get enough people on Patreon, we'll do a $30 tier. We get ASMR.
We just decided that. Hello.
Maybe we'll do other like podcasts for different tiers. We'll figure it out. But right now, that's what we have. And if we extend it more,
yep.
Do you get concerned if I said we'll have more?
More. It's fine.
We're not doing more now.
Yeah.
I'm saying like once we
get enough money.
Once we get enough money, then we'll do more.
Woo! Alrighty, but that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, and you can also, if you want, send us an email, readyclose@gmail.com.
Yeah.
If you want my big break. But so that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back, of course, with another round of Baccano next time. And until then, I'm Cailin Clothier.
I'm Dara Whitman.
Peace.
What are you...